Welcome back. All this week, NBC News is hosting an Education Nation Summit in New York. Parents, teachers, and students will meet with leaders in politics, business, and technology to talk about education today and in the future. One teacher could be excused if he canceled his trip. Doug Clark lost his home in the Bastrop fire, but as our David Scott shows us, that loss has given Clark a message to take to the Big Apple.
As the Bastrop inferno grew, Doug Clark, a special ed teacher at Mena Elementary School, was just returning home from Dallas. Entry to his neighborhood was restricted.
We didn't know if our house was gone, and we didn't know if the fire was going to come on into the actual town of Bastrop, but the firefighters and the first responders did an incredible job.
Sheltered at a hotel, he was allowed home a week later.
We're able to go in and take a look, and sure enough, it is down to the ground. I really don't have words for that. Your whole family's life, all the mementos, you know, all just the little stuff, gone.
Doug was one of 200 Bastrop teachers made homeless. When the schools finally reopened, all returned to work. They held in their personal grief and concentrated on the kids.
The kids have really been hurt by this, and their families. The kids don't know what to do with it, and we're struggling to make sense of it all ourselves. We've got a lot of work to do, and it's going to take a long time.
Doug saw the pain on the children's faces.
Some of the saddest ones have been those that have lost animals, dogs and cats and so forth. You know, and that, for the little kids, and I'm in an elementary school, that really hits home.
Doug Clark is proud of the role teachers played in returning Bastrop to some sense of normalcy, and he carries that message with him to New York.
Teachers are the iconic profession, and we need to enhance and improve their position as professionals. And this is just a fantastic example of how teachers can step up in spite of their own issues at the time and meet the needs of the community. They have a real passion and drive to serve and to help. And we do. We just stick with it.
Well, Mr. Clark made sure that his voice was heard at the Education Nation Teacher Town Hall in New York. Listen to what he had to say when NBC's Brian Williams called for comments from the teachers in the crowd.
I wanted to do a shout out to all of our teachers, which really shows the heart and the soul of the teacher. 1,800 people lost their homes, 200 of them teachers.
And they showed up.
They were the ones in the shelters looking for their kids, coming back in, and now we're dealing, of course, with the aftermath. And I want to thank y'all for...
Clark has also been chosen as part of the Hope Street organization, a nonprofit dedicated to helping create opportunities for disadvantaged students.